Hello and welcome to my science tutorials. In today's video, we want to look at how to simplify basic mathematics problems involving mixed and improper fractions. So without further delay, let's begin. So assuming we have the expression, or we are to express 3 whole number 1 over 3 minus 2 whole number 1 over 2 on 5 on 12 in its simplest form. How do we solve this problem? So let's go ahead and look at the solution to this problem. Now, when we have an expression like this, the first thing we need to do is to rewrite the mixed fractions that we have into improper fractions before we further simplify. So I'll rewrite the entire equation that I have. So I have 3 whole number 1 over 3 minus 2 whole number 1 over 2 on 5 on 12. Okay, so this is now equal to, I need to convert the mixed fraction I have over here to improper fraction. I do that by taking the whole number and multiplying it by the denominator here, then add the result to the numerator divided by the denominator. By that, it means I have 3 times 3, which is 9, plus 1, which is 10. So it is now 10 over 3 for the first number we have over here. Then minus, I look at the second number, 2 times 2 here gives me 4, plus the top one is 5. So I now have 5 on 2 over here, all divided by 5 on 12. Now from here, all I need to do is to solve the top one, or I simplify the top expression, and then before I continue to simplify the entire equation. So we have an improper fraction here, another improper fraction over here, and then we have 3 as the denominator here, 2 as the denominator here. So these are unlike fractions. So to solve an unlike fraction, we need to find the LCM. The LCM of 3 and 2 is 6. 3 will go into 6 2 times, that 2 multiplied by 10, the 10 at the top over here, minus 2 will go into 6 3 times, I write out 3, that 3 will multiply the 5 over here, so it becomes 5 over here, all on the big division over here, then 5 over 12. So I now have 2 multiplied by 10, that will give me 20 on 6. This, the minus sign is here. 3 multiplied by 5 will give me 15. So I have 15 over here, all on the big division sign, then 5 on 12. So this will give me 15. 20 minus 15 will give me 5 on 6. Then the division sign over here, I rewrite it as the normal division. Then I bring the fraction at the bottom here, 5 on 12. Okay, now the division sign over here, for me to be able to work it out, I need to convert it to multiplication. To convert this division sign to multiplication, I need to reciprocate the fraction after the division sign. So that becomes 5 over 6. I maintain my 5 over 6 here. I maintain the 5 over 6. I change the division sign to multiplication, and then I interchange the position of 5 and 12 over here. So it becomes 12 on 5. Now if you look at it over here, we can see that we now have 5 at the bottom here, 5 at the top here. So this will cancel this, and then we are left with 12 divided by 6. Now 12 divided by 6 will give us 2, and then 2 becomes our final answer for this particular expression. All right, so let's have a look at another example. So we are to evaluate. The expression 3 whole number 1 over 2 minus into bracket minus 2 whole number 3 over 5 on 4 whole number 1 over 2. Okay, so let's go ahead and evaluate this expression. Like I said, the first thing we need to do is to rewrite the mixed fraction over here or all the mixed fractions into improper fractions. So I use the bigger number here, 3, and I multiply it by the denominator, then I add the results to the numerator. So 3 multiplied by 2 will give me 6, plus 1, that will give me 7 on 2, minus into bracket minus 2 multiplied by 5 will give me 10, plus 3, that is 13 on 5, all divided by 4 multiplied by 2 will give me 8, plus 1 will give me 9 on 2. So this is equal to 7 over 2. The negative sign over here, multiply the negative 13 on 5. Negative multiplied by negative will give us positive. So this becomes plus 13 on 5, all divided by 9 on 2. So from here, I now solve the numerator separately, or the numbers at the top separately, and then I follow up with the fraction at the bottom. So between 7 over 2 plus 13 over 5, we realize that they are unlike fractions, and so to add unlike fractions, we find the LCM. The LCM of 2 and 5 is 10. 2 will go into 10 5 times. That 5 will multiply the 7 at the top over here. Then plus 5 will go into 10 2 times, and then that 2 will multiply the 13 at the top over here. All on the big division sign, then 9 over 2. So this is now equal to 5 multiplied by 7 will give us 35, plus 2 multiplied by 13 will give us 26 on 10, all over 9 on 2. So this is now equal to 35 plus 26 will give me 61 on 10. Then the big division sign over here, I rewrite it as the normal division because it's still the same. Then I bring my 9 over 2 here. Now this expression is now equal to, for me to be able to work this out, I need to change the division sign over here to multiplication. In order to do that, if I change the division to multiplication, I need to interchange the position of the fraction after the division sign. So I have 61 over 10 here, multiplied by, then I have 2 over 9. That is, I reciprocated the values over here. So from here, we can see that 2 will go into itself 1, it will go into 10 5 times. So I now have 61 multiplied by 1 on 5 multiplied by 9. So this is equal to 61 multiplied by 1 will give me 61, and 5 multiplied by 9 will give me 45. So this becomes my answer for this particular expression. All right, let's have a look at one more example. So we have to evaluate 3 whole number 1 over 4 multiplied by 1 whole number 3 over 5, all on 11 whole number 1 over 3 minus 5 whole number 1 over 3. Now these examples are actual past questions from the WAEC examination. So these are actual practical questions that came in the past WAEC exam questions. All right, so let's have a look at the solution to this problem. So solution. As usual, the first thing we do is to rewrite all the mixed fraction we have into improper fraction. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So I have 13 on 4. Multiplied by 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. So I have 8 on 5. All on 11 multiplied by 3 is 33. Plus 1 at the top becomes 34 on 3. Minus 5 multiplied by 3 is 15. Plus 1, it becomes 16 on 3. So this is now equal to, now if you look at the top, I have two fractions multiplying each other, so I can just multiply them to get my resultant. So 13 multiplied by 8 will give me 104 on 4 multiplied by 5 will give me 20 on, if you look at the denominator or the fractions at the bottom that we have over here, We realize that they are like fractions because they have the same denominator. So I'll just subtract the numerators. So 34 minus 16 will give me 18 on 3 over here. So this is now equal to 104 on 20 divided by 18 on 3. So I just made this division sign the normal division that we know. So from here, I can now maintain my 104 on 20. I change the division sign to multiplication and I reciprocate these values over here. It becomes 3 on 18. So from here, all I need to do is to do some cancellations. Now, if you look at it, 2 will go here 52 times, and then 2 will go into 20 10 times. 2 will go into 104 52 times, 2 will go into 20 10 times, then 3 will go into itself once, 3 will go into 18 6 times. Okay, so from here we have this. Now 2 can go into 52 26 times, and then 2 can go into 10 5 times. Now I have, let me write this, I have 26 on 5 multiplied by 1 on 6. Now there's that same way. 2 can go here 13 times, then 2 can go here 3 times. So I have 13 multiplied by 1, which will give me 13 at the top over here, then 5 multiplied by 3, which will give me 15 over here. So this becomes my final answer after simplifying all this expression I have at the top over here. So it's 13 on 15. Now mind you that when we came here, right, we can simply just multiply and then divide using calculator to get our answer, but sometimes they can say without using calculator, and so for them to know that you did not use calculator, you need to do some cancellations, okay, to break it down so that they will understand that you've not used calculator and then you used your brain yourself. So thank you so much for watching.